Hey guys, what's up? All right, so I'm gonna read this right here. You see, this is awesome, right? Look at that. That's the YHWH standing on top of itself. I've seen something else like this with Allah looking like that. I'm gonna read this just a little bit. Okay, the letters. I'm not gonna go because it's something afterwards. Um, okay, the letters of the Tetragrammaton are Yod, Hey, pronounced hey, vav, hey, whereas in English we read from the left to the right, in Hebrew we read from the right to the left. Thus, in Hebrew, the Tetragrammaton appears as follows. An interesting thing happens when we stand the Tetragrammaton up vertically, rather than let it lie horizontally. It takes on the appearance of a human being. As you see in figure 1, you have the human head, shoulders, arms, waist, and hips and legs. While that in itself is interesting, the magic has just begun. As we're about to reveal, the Tetragrammaton YHWH, when placed vertical as shown in figure 1, reveals the greatest truths of creation, including the blueprint of creation. Examine figure 1, then carefully read the following paragraphs that explain the illustration. So figure 1. The first thing to notice in the illustration is that it consists of the four letters of the Tetragrammaton: Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. In Nazarean Kabbalah, the top portion of the top letter, Yod, is called Keter. In Hebrew, the word Keter means crown, and here refers to the crown chakra, which is spiritually I am. It is the spark of pure spiritual being that is itself neither male nor female, but in the source of both the divine masculine and divine feminine. So, the top portion of the top letter, the title spark, the little spark at the top of the yod is the spiritual spark we call I am or Keter. The spark of I am is Yah, while the top portion of the top letter in figure 1 symbolizes I am, which is neither masculine nor feminine, but is the source of both. Notice that the bottom portion of the top letter symbolizes the Divine Father. Also notice that the bottom portion of the top letter, the stem of that letter, is in physical contact with the second letter. That second letter is He, pronounced Hey, and symbolizes the Divine Mother. In Nazarean Kabbalah, we learn that um, through the procreation interaction of the masculine principle, Divine Father, Jah, the bottom portion of the top letter, and the feminine principle, Divine Mother, the second letter, the first son and first daughter are birthed. The first son, Jade, and the first daughter, Jannah, being emanated in the image and likeness of the first Trinity, Yah, Jah, and Jalah. Then go and do likewise give birth to the children of the mother ovum, us. We are also created in this image and likeness, and will likewise multiply. It is important to note that though the I am Keter, the top portion of the letter Yod is neither masculine nor feminine. Both Divine Father and Divine Mother are directly emanated from I am, and thus I am is the ultimate source of all creation. Albeit the procreative act itself is performed by the masculine and feminine emanations, Divine Father Jah and Divine Mother Jalah, and then Jade and Jannah. I guess I'll keep going for you guys. Moving from the top of the Tetragrammaton downward, the third letter is Vav in our illustration. Please note that Vav symbolizes the divine son, the fourth letter, bottom letter of the illustration. Another letter, He, Hey, his divine daughter. In the Tetragrammaton, YHWH, we have been given the secret of creation from the I am Kether, that is neither male nor female, comes forth a divine masculine emanation and a divine feminine emanation. Those emanations are called Divine Father Jah and Divine Mother Jalah, from their creative embrace, symbolized by the stem of Yod in contact with the letter He. Creation is emanated. I wish I could have it side by side when I was reading it, because this is the Kether, and this part right here that touches the mother is the father, and that's what creates, that's where the masculine and the feminine, but up here is just the crown, yeah. And then he emanated the mother and the father, then they emanated the son and the daughter. This whole word itself is the first family. If I keep reading on, it starts to tell you that. Yahweh is the usual pronunciation of YHWH, the Tetragrammaton described above. When Nazarenes use the term Yahweh, they generally are using it as a convenient term by which to address Jah-Jah and Elohim at the same time. In other words, it is a term by which we address or refer to both God and Goddess, immanent and transcendent, at the same time. In this sense, it is a term to address what the Megillah calls the first family. But the Megillah also makes clear that the first family expands to include the all, being the source of the all. In that sense, the term refers to the creators and their creation, the all. Okay. I just wanted to read that, and I was going to clip a little video on the end of here from the alchemical astrology lady, because she did a video on brigheton again. So I want to pull that up real quick, guys, and let that play. Hopefully, stay tuned, because watch it, because it's where I'm learning the alchemical astrology from. And she's not on YouTube anymore, so you have to follow the link I'll leave underneath this video to be able to watch some more of her videos and try to find her. She is on YouTube, but she's not. She has older videos on YouTube. So, okay, here she goes. This Lavette. This is the alchemical astrology, where the chakras are going to be. Well, they were. Now it's yesterday on the spring equinox.
All right. It is March the 19th, 2023. The sun is in Pisces. We are in Pisces now. We are, 2 days away from the the equinox, the spring equinox. We're 2 days away from that. So we got that coming up. So where's our chakras at right now? What's going on with our chakras? Let's start back here with the moon. The moon is moving today. It's going to move into Aquarius today. But Capricorn and Aquarius are both the crown chakra. Capricorn is the feminine side, and Aquarius is the masculine side, both ruled by Saturn. So again, we still have Saturn in our masculine crown chakra. This is where Saturn really, really rules. As that king, as that sovereign, as that independent. You're out of that group think. It's really a great time to do that fast, that 7-day fast. For those that can, it's best to do it really alone. It's solitude. that straight and narrow path. You know, the Bible tells you, seek and you shall find. But it tells you, once you start seeking, don't stop until you get it. Just keep seeking, keep looking, keep knocking, keep doing it. It will happen. It is really our only way out of here. It's the only, every one of them, Freemasonry, uh, the Kabbalah, Hermetics, alchemy, the Bible, the Quran, they all are teaching the same thing. And they're telling us how to get off the reincarnation wheel, how to complete the alchemy of life. Alchemy, it belongs to nature. We just call it nature. Nature is an alchemical process. It's a process. And we know that if you die before you die, then you never die. When you open your third eye while you're alive, that's the first coming. You get the anointing of the Holy Ghost. You get to come out of your body. You get to walk in the land of milk and honey. You get, what did Jacob say? I call this place Peniel because I seen God face to face. And you manifest your light body. I've had a lot of people that I talked with the near-death experiences. There was people didn't understand because some people were like me. Oh no, I had a body. My physical body was laying down there dead, but I have a light body. I can touch it. It's there. I can see it. And others would say, I had no body. I'm just this ball of light. And I remember being a ball of light before I came into this body. But I opened my pineal gland very young. And then a few years later, I had my first near-death experience. And I had a light body. And it was it was more real than this physical body I have. So you do manifest it here. That's how it's done. And it's really all about light. It's about light. So, and the light is in heaven. This is heaven on earth, Capricorn and Aquarius. Of the Sun, Neptune, and Mercury and Jupiter are all in the abyss. This is lower chakra. Jupiter rules it. Mercury is debilitated here. Mercury is combust of the sun here. So your throat chakra is in the abyss. It's in the water. It's in the underworld with Neptune, the sun, and Jupiter. Jupiter can be benevolent here. This is Jupiter's house. Neptune, the imagination. Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto are not part of the body. They're part of consciousness. And consciousness is not local to the body. So it's not, they do affect the body because consciousness affects the body. But they're not part of what we understand as the chakras. They're not part of the physical glandular endocrine system of the body. But nonetheless, we do have Neptune here in the abyss on the mutable cross. So everything on the mutable cross is unstable. It can swing from one extreme to another. It can be all over the place. Again, it's the abyss, like being in the waves. You're just tossed to and fro. You're just all over the place. And that's what's going on with the navel chakra, Jupiter, the throat chakra, and the solar plexus, the sun. Venus and Uranus are both in Aries. Again, lower chakra, underworld. Root chakra, cardinal fire. Very emotional. It's all about emotions, which can span from extreme euphoria to which right now with the programming that's going on, it's fear, it's hate, It's separation. This woke movement, they tell you it's about inclusivity and tolerance. It's anything but. It's very hate-filled. It's very vindictive. It's very full of rage and hate and fear and separation. Uh, Whatever it says it is, it's the opposite of that. We're an upside down world. And that's very evident with just that movement alone. But you have the heart chakra, and again, the conscious mind, not local to the body. But the heart chakra is in that root chakra. It's in fire. And it rules the opposite house of Libra. And this is on the cardinal cross. So there's a lot of power. A lot of people are going to be affected by this. If you're in love, if it's on the good end, on the positive end of the extreme of this is somebody with a very passionate, fiery love. But it can also be scorned and go the other way. If it's that heart being scorned or that heart being hurt, it can lash out the other way. It can be very prideful. That's another word that can go right there in the root chakra. And now you know why they use that. Why did they choose to call it gay pride? Why pride? Why that word? Because it's connected to that axis of Aries Libra. It's masculine and it's cardinal. And that's really funny too, because that whole group seems to hate the patriarchy, but everything they're doing is totally linked to this Aries Libra axis. It's very sexual and it's very prideful. Isn't that ironic that they don't even have a clue? But the Bible tells us that in that day I will send them strong delusion to cause them to believe a lie. They're all stuck back over here in the woke hive mind group thing. This is where they all really are. They think they're running this energy, but they think they're here. They think they're in the group think. They're in a bad group think's what they're in. It's not going to end well for that generation, because they're going to change it. Every generation gets a different symbol so they can keep us separate. And that symbol is fixing to change. We're coming into a new generation. And it's not going to be good for them. Mars moving into Gemini. Get ready for it. Because Mars is going to be on that mutable cross with all this mess over here of Mercury, Neptune, the Sun, Jupiter, Mars, all this. And this is masculine up here. Mars can be, again, on that mutable cross, can be very bipolar. And this is Mars's house back over here, Aries, that root chakra, that patriarchal energy. And with the heart chakra there, you're going to have Mars and Mercury's house of the prince of the power of the air, Gemini. Lordy, 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 let me back up over here because I forgot Pluto. Pluto, the subconscious in the crown chakra with Saturn. Pluto and the moon in Capricorn today. Saturn and the moon later today in Aquarius. Still that crown chakra. But we got the subconscious here on that cardinal cross with Uranus and Venus. Saturn. This is the balance for this Venus-Uranus thing going on right here in Aries. If you're having a problem in your love life, emotionally, or with your heart chakra, the balance is the crown chakra. Is that Capricorn, Pluto, Saturn, because these are one. In my father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. A house divided cannot stand. Every one of them's house is divided, but Saturn, his is side by side. These two houses are one. They're ruled by one star, forbade, which is Balaam. And really, everybody's just shoved up on one side. Everybody, it's what I call the Milky Way. The Milky Way cuts here. You're seeing Mars sitting in the Milky Way. And all of the planets are on this side of the Milky Way. They're on the spring equinox side of the Milky Way.
Okay, guys. I'm gonna end it there. I'm not gonna play her whole video on here, but I would advise you. I'm gonna put the link in the video description, and I would say go finish watching it. There's more to what she's talking about. So much more. Alchemical astrology. It's new. It's not new, but it's like not talked about. It's not understood this way. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned and I'll put some more stuff up. Thanks for watching.